Hi everybody, it's Coach Betty or Betty Louise, and I'm here to make a bit of a confession and to invite you into a place of pleasure. Because if you don't know by now, that's what I talk about, is pleasure. So first let me start with the confession. There is a principle that's called the Pollyanna principle. And I have referred to this in my writings and on my radio show. And as I've referred to it in the past, I've thought about it as sort of a negative thing, as if being a Pollyanna means that you aren't really being in reality, that you are just trying to make everybody happy, and that, oh, I'm not a Pollyanna. You know, I honestly believe that it has come to be sort of a negative thing to be a Pollyanna. And so when I was going to explore this concept a little further on air, I decided I really needed to find out more about it. And what I found out was that I'm a Pollyanna. Here's the confession. I am a Pollyanna. Because the principle comes from a 1913 book by Eleanor Porter of a young girl who plays the glad game, which her father taught her to play at a young age, to look at the glad in all situations. Focus on positivity. They actually call it a positivity bias. And what I realized as I explored all that is that, yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about in terms of pleasure, too. So I'm a pleasure Pollyanna, I guess. I don't play the glad game, I play the pleasure game. And I want to invite you to play the pleasure game with me right now, just briefly, to wherever you are, to just stop and take a deep breath and really feel the sensual pleasure of being able to take a deep breath. And I hope you can without any kind of pain. And just pay attention and notice one of your senses. You know, you're watching this video, so enjoy this beautiful location where I happen to be, if you're not in a beautiful location at the moment. Smell. Right now I have these lilies on the table that smell absolutely gorgeous, so I can breathe in the sensuality of that. There's a little bird that's up in the tree here that's chirping away. Maybe you can hear it. That's joyful. That's a sensual moment when I just pay attention to that bird. So what we've done is a pleasure meditation, a very brief pleasure meditation. And what I hope you see from this is how simple and easy it is to do. All you have to do is pause and notice. So I invite you to do this 2 or 3 more times at least today. And then I would love to hear what you think about this whole idea of pleasure meditation. So please comment on this blog post, write to me, Coach Betty at CoachBettyLive.com, and tell me what you think. Is it an okay thing to be a Pollyanna these days? Is that like really not something you would ever consider? I'm really curious to know. Thanks so much for listening.